Facebook Live. Lindsay Price here, co-owner of Theater Folk. I'm in another hotel room. Art. And I'm far away from where I think the Wi-Fi is, so we'll see how long this holds out. But so I am still on the road. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a tired puppy. My brain is at capacity, but that's okay. It is a job that I chose. So when you are doing the job that you chose, that means you have to go with. But I have some time, and I wanted to make sure that I got a little message in this week, and I'm talking about administrators, and particularly drama teachers, and keeping a good relationship with administrators. How do you do it? How do you maintain a good relationship with your administrator, drama teacher? Oh, drama teacher, if you have a great tip or hint, put it in the comments below. And I will say that the link that is in the description, which goes to our blog, is all about using art statistics, which is one way that you can keep a good relationship with your administrator, particularly if they are not up in the up and up on the great, amazing, wonderful things that the drama classroom can do. Sometimes all you need to do is pull out from places, perhaps the internet, some really good statistics that really show the importance of arts education, quantifying the importance of arts education, quantifying the importance of building leaders, the importance of building communicators, the importance of building students who can think on their feet, who are creative thinkers. Really, the drama classroom is little about creating the next actor and the next generation of actors, and more about creating the next generation of thinkers and communicators and the givers of feedback, critical thinkers. And that's really important. So I've got four. I am going to give some wonderful pieces of advice from four drama teachers, past and present, who think that having a good relationship with your administrator is really important. That's what we're talking about, relationships with administrators. Perhaps you are in that boat right now, where you have a relationship with an administrator who doesn't see the value of arts education, who doesn't see the value of your class, who perhaps, is throwing in students left, right, and center, who maybe wants to get rid of your department. But how more than ever, that is important to have a good relationship. So the first person that we're going to start with is the amazing Gay Jones. Gay Jones is a retired teacher out of California who, if you are a thespian, if you are part of the Educational Theater Association, if you belong to a thespian troupe, if you all have a thespian troupe, you have heard of Gay Jones. Gay Jones is, she spends her time now advocating for the arts, and going to conferences and teaching workshops, and I had a wonderful opportunity to sit down with her with a podcast on the Drama Teacher Academy, not the Drama Teacher Academy, the Drama Teacher podcast for Theater Folk, and talked to her, and we talked about advocacy. And something that she said is that it is our job as theater educators to be an advocate for the arts, and that means educating administrators and educating school boards. We have to, every time you get a trophy, whether we love or hate that competition element, that you make an appointment with the school board, you take your students, you're on the agenda, and you thank them, right? Okay, so there's a lot going on in there. One, that you make sure that A, the school board knows who you are. B, that if you are winning an award, if you've won an award for one-act competition, or for monologues or scenes or playwriting, that you become known, you become a known quantity. And I like the way that Gay presents it. It's not just, waving a little flag and saying, hey, we're here. No, go to the school board. Go to the school board, make an appointment, and make yourself known. Another teacher who we're going to hear from, Carolyn Greer out of Owensboro, Kentucky, she has a trophy case. When she started winning in awards, one of the first things she did was went to her administration and said, I want a trophy case. I am winning awards. The sports teams have a trophy case. I want a trophy case. Right? It's all about legitimate. Oh boy, I'm not even going to say that word. If I mention I'm tired. It's legitimacy, right? If you want to have a good relationship with your administrator and they come from a different, they're coming from, their head is in a different space when it comes to what is legitimate and what is not, what is important, what is not, where funding should go and where it shouldn't, you want to be on a level playing field. When sports teams were getting banners, they were getting banners put up in the hallway. Carolyn Greer went, our play this year won SETC. We won first place in the Southern Ontario Theatre Conference. We won a banner. And they got one, and she got one. It's all about being legitimate and also being noticed and being aware that you're not just sort of hidden in the back so that everyone thinks you're just playing games. You are, if you're competing, then you are letting people know. So educating administrators is what Gay is talking about. Gay also talks about creating a parent booster club. And she says, I know some teachers are worried because they'll think that they'll take over. But basically, you set them out to succeed and say that you will be an advocate and you will go to their board meetings and you will make a report, but you don't run the meeting. Let them do them. Let them know what you need. So you're getting parent support and student support. And when we're talking parent support, again, it's all about education. Educating the parents is an excellent step to in terms of educating your community about what it is that that theater does. Another teacher that I had a conversation with, and I really apologize that I can't remember. This is just a thing that's come off the tip of my tongue. Was one of the best ways that she found in getting her administrator on board with realizing the work that goes on in drama class, that it's not games, that there's work going on, was getting him to be a walk-on part in her play. And it was something that terrified the principal. And he just saw how the drama students worked together, and how they were comforting him, and how the work that went into the lines and it just changed the conversation about what was happening between that drama teacher and their administrator. Another thing to do in terms of educating, that's what educating community, educating school boards, educating parents, educating the other teachers in the school. I think Gay says we need to educate other teachers, support to bring arts into their classroom, volunteer to take theater kids into that classroom, English, history, science, to do a demo lesson and science or whatever, volunteer at the PTA, volunteer at the city library, to do some kind of historical retrospective. Get yourself there and keep saying it's not after school, it's curriculum based, right? That's going to be important for administration. And then why it's important to do stuff in the community like that is because it will get back to your administrator, right? Who is the person in the community going to call? They're going to call the principal. They're going to call the school. And that is important, right? If your program is out there in the community, making a difference, making the school look good, that is very important for a good relationship with your administrator. So that's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about how do you make a good relationship? How do you maintain a good relationship with your administration? If you are in a drama program where you are struggling with your administration, put down your struggles in the comments. If you are in a great relationship with your administrator, how did you do it? Put that down in the comments too, for the person who's watching this. Whenever they're watching this, they're gonna come and the first place they're gonna go is to see if anybody shared their own stories. So that was the first one. That's Gay Jones. And she's talking about educate school boards, make an appointment, go and give a presentation, get out in the community, educate the community about the curriculum-based wonderful things that you're doing, educate other teachers, educate the principal, educate parents. It's all going to come back to your administration. All that good work is going to come back to your administration. The next person we have is, I'm going to read something from Chris Evans. Chris Evans is a teacher in Montana, and he talks about having a relationship with administration when you want to put on a play that your administration doesn't like or might not like. And in terms of talking about things getting back to the administration, when something goes awry, they're also the first person who's going to get it from all sides. And what he talks about is, particularly when he's doing something that has maybe sensitive subject material, that he said the best piece of advice that an ex-principal told him was, never make it a surprise. Communicate, right? Whatever it is that you're doing, never let your principal or your administration find out about it from a parent, from a community member, from someone other than you. Have an open dialogue. And he said the best thing to have an open dialogue with parents, with administration, is to have open rehearsals. So that way, nobody can say that they didn't know. And he says, I've done some pretty controversial stuff at our school, and one of the things I've always said is the door to the theater is always open. I did a show, he says, I want to say 2 years ago, that had live gunshots in it. Before rehearsal, I did a school-wide email saying, this is going to happen. It's for a rehearsal. It is not, you'll hear shots fired in the auditorium. You have to cover yourself. You have to make sure that you are that you're prepared, that your administration is prepared. You want to cover your bases, and that means communicate. And that way the administration knows, and you have to give them the opportunity to say no. Give them the opportunity to say no. It saves strain on a principal. We have a new principal. He had to do a show where that they just had a school shooting at his own school. And so he, the administration said, well, you can't do this particular play at our school at this moment. And you just kind of went. He said, that's the way it is. If the administration says no, then you have to let that happen, and then find another way, find another show, come back with another presentation. But always remember that communicate with your administration, and let them, if they're going to say no, then you just have to respect that because they are doing it. Take the surprise element out, and they can prepare. The ability, yes, okay. So one, we have how do you have a good relationship with your administrators? Educate, and 2, communicate. No surprises. Okay. Thirdly, so I talked a little bit about Carolyn Greer, who teaches in Owensboro, Kentucky, and about how she was speaking up for her program. And how do you have a good relationship? Let the administrators know that you are on the same level playing field as the sports teams. If the sports teams are winning and they have a trophy case and you're winning, you get a trophy case. You get a place to put your material. If you're dealing with a situation where your administration isn't supporting you, what Carolyn says is don't give up. That's the only thing to do. Don't quit. If your administration won't let you use the stage for somebody else is doing it, go to the cafeteria. Put on a play in the cafeteria. Can't put on a play in the cafeteria? Go to a park. You don't have a budget, and your administration won't let you let any funds out to put on a play. Write one. Improvise, or take a piece of children's literature that's 150 years old and create your own adaptation. If you want to do it, you can, and it's a matter of figuring out how when people do say no. So we have communicate where if you want to do something that is sensitive and that might get feedback from the community, which is not great, you have to let your administration say no. But if you're getting the no as in, oh, we don't have money for you, oh, you can't use the stage, oh, those are the kinds of no's that you're getting. That's different than sensitive material no. That's just taking a no. How do I take that no and turn it into a yes? So if your administration is saying no, you need to find a way you just have to find a way and show your administration that you are finding a way, right? Carolyn says, I was in a school system that didn't have a lot of money, so I had to figure out how to do things without money. And it was always amazing to meet people saying, well, I can't because I don't have. And just because you don't have doesn't mean you can't. Find the opportunities to put things on. Find the opportunities to praise your students. Find opportunities for people to see your success, right? That is the way to start a good relationship with your administrators, is when your students are seeing when your students' success is starting to become recognized. Lastly, Amy Pugh Patel, who is in Alabama, one of the things that she does with her program is she creates a mission statement. And it's something that she works on with her students, and that they revisit every year. And that there's a lot of reasons why a mission statement is really important. It creates a unified culture for you and your students. By understanding it gives a definition of what the program is. That's something that administrators are often struggling with. They don't know what it is that this program is. A mission statement inspires students. It helps them to find why they're taking drama. It helps to determine the aim of your theater program. It creates the path of your program. You can evaluate every decision, procedure, and activity. Does this directly support our mission? A mission is validating, right? How many of you are dealing with administrators who see drama as frivolous, unnecessary school department? Amy says a mission statement communicates significance and strength of your program to sponsors, parents, prospective students, school administration. By showing the world what you do, why you do it, how you do it, a theater program with a clear mission statement will draw more people to support and advance its cause. Right? That is an amazing thing. If you can create a mission statement for what your program is, all of a sudden you have a great thing to show your administrators who you are, what you do, and why you do it. Okay, so how do you have a good relationship with your administration? If you have a great tip for anybody, stick it in the comments. If you have a struggle that you're dealing with in terms of your administration, put that down there as well. The link that is in the description for this, where am I? This Facebook Live. That's for art statistics. A really great way to open up a dialogue with your administrator is to use statistics, use their language, right? Use their quantifying language to show admins the importance of arts education and the importance of what you do and why you do it. So Gay Jones from California says educate. Educate and inform. Go to your school district with with presentations of wins. Go to your administration if you've got a lot of plaques and trophies. You want a trophy case. Chris Evans says, communicate with your administrators. If you want to do something that maybe is of a controversial subject matter, make sure there's no surprises. Let your administration know what's coming, know what you plan to do. That's what all your administration really wants when it comes to dealing with the public. Carolyn Greer says, don't give up. And if you are being told the different kind of no, so not the no where it's of sensitive subject matter, but the no of no, we don't have any money, no, we don't have a space, maybe even no, we're thinking about not even having your program. Don't give up, and really importantly, get your students out of the classroom in the community so that the community can see the importance. And when the community sees the importance, that gets back to your administrator. And I think one of the best ways of really showcasing to your administration the importance of what you do is to create a mission statement. What is it? Who is it? Who are you? What do you do? And why do you do it? By having a unified vision for your program, you can shout that to the rooftops. You can put that on a t-shirt. You can put it on a piece of paper and give it to an admin. And it is a really handy way to say exactly who you are, what you do, and why you do it. All right. I have to go adjudicate. So I am going to, and where is it? The light is getting dim. And hopefully next week that I can be back on a regular schedule. But administrators, you all have to deal with them, and you want to have the best possible relationship ever. You want to be there and have a great school environment, and part of that is a necessary part is working with and having a really strong admin relationship. All right, my friends. See you later.